Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and we get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
Murray now on 1st down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Second down and 8. Murray now. Rolling to his left. Murray has the 1st down and more. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. For this defense, CD, going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw it with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Here's Murray from midfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray. This is caught by Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. Attempting now to break his own NFL record. This from 65 yards away.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They complete it to Hill. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The football going back over to Arizona now.
And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh. And his best year with the Steelers, 2018. Named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup. But with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Murray getting this complete to Conner.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Murray's throw going into the hands of Williams.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. It's complete to Williams.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Prater's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the 1st half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Here's Mahomes, his first throw since coming in. Screen play, McKinnon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete.
Oh, we got plenty of fight,
and
baby.
all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 62 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching them. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Right there.
Now he'll try to run with this. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Edmonds running out of the shotgun, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He will find the rookie from Purdue. That's Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's the option. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Strebler. He finds his man, complete. That's Brewer.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Strebler. Over the middle, complete. That's Brewer. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Strebler sets to throw on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll go down, and that will do it. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Strebler being chased out left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chris Strebler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Prater for the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Now Strebler.
Benjamin's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw is Strebler.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They got a yard on 1st, 2 on 2nd, and 3 here on 3rd. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll go. Strebler.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Rondale Moore there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Mahomes. That is caught by Callaway. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 7. 1:04 on the clock. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Rolling to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. He's back to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Nick Bolton. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here again is McKinnon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolf. Hut. Set. 19 Tiger. Go. go. Ready? 60 bicep. Ready? Hut. Down. 18 cardinal. 18 cardinal. Ready? Ready?
Listen up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
Shut up! Panther 60! Panther 60! Ready, go! Here we go! Here we go! Cougar 19! Hut, hut. Let's go! Cowboy 80! Hut. Ready, ready! 60 Eagle! 60 Eagle! Go!
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You finally getting it. You're starting to turn a corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff. Show us some more.